again to bring you another at-home craft. And as I promised in my previous video, today I would either be working on yarn, which is plastic yarn, or showing you how to make one of these nifty little flower hats. Well, this one isn't exactly a flower. It's kind of imitation, I wouldn't say grapes, maybe red grapes. They kind of remind me of cranberries, but I don't know if you can see it really well. But I think it's cute. And the whole idea came from shopping around, and I saw these really cute flower headbands. And two things about it struck me. One was the band they were using was squeezing my head. I have headaches as it is. Number two is the price tag. They wanted like $15 for a flower headband. And for $15, I can make 15 of these. So, the way I've made them, and I got my supplies here, is we're going to start with this headband. I don't know if this is intentionally made for children or if it's for all, but I bought these at Dollar Tree, and they come in a 3-pack for $1. You got your satin finish to them, so this is very good for, feeling. But on top of that, I like them because they're very bendy, which means they fit my head so loosely, it's not going to cause as much squeezing. And I really like the color. I went a couple of times, and last time I had to get one that was a different finish to it, but I went last time, like the week before the whole lockdown happened. They actually had these again, and I bought a pack in every color, so I think I got like 3 different packs of these so I can make more to do this video. So we have our headbands, and everything I got from Dollar Tree. So for about $2, I can make 3 of these. So I've got my headband, and then we got our fake flowers here. I've already plucked a lot of these off here, but I saved a few to show you, because to do these, you're going to, of course, need to move your flowers off of, which all you have to do is pluck them. And then we're even going to salvage the leaves here, so just pull that end cap off, and then we're going to pull this off. And we're going to do the same for this one. We're going to pull the leaf off. And then you could just dispose of this. There's no purpose for this. I mean, unless you want to pull the wire out for another project. And I'm not going to use these leaves for this project, so I'm going to save them and use them for another headband. I chose to use these darker leaves, and I'll show you why in a minute because of the color contrast. But since I've already done it to these leaves, I'm going to show you here to get the these plastic pits off, because we're not going to need these on the leaves. You just kind of put your thumbs at the back joint here and just push the little stud part out, and it pops right out. And as I said, I'm going to put these to the side because I'm not going to be using these leaves. And we just do the same here. Alright. And then we'll just throw the leaf over here, throw our extra plastic pieces, we don't need those. And I've already done it with all of these flowers, because I have a little process I go through, because most flowers don't come in one quite this big, but the plastic part on the end is going to make it difficult to get it to stay against the thing. See, it would be like 2 inches off, and we don't need that. This one's fairly easy though. We're going to remove the big plastic part here, which just slides right off. And then you're left with this part here. And if there's not something holding to it, it's going to pull the little stem things out of the middle of the flower. Then you just have a flat flower. And the first time I made them, that's what I had. But I have found out that if you just cut the stem down here, leave a small portion, and you're going to need to be careful with this, and you take this and press it against the barrel of your hot glue gun. Since these are very cheap plastics, it's going to melt just the same as any glue stick. You need to be careful because you can burn yourself. And then we're going to press it against the cold metal of the scissors. And it's not going to stick, but it is going to flatten it down. And what it does is it uses that plastic bit there that we just melted down and creates a cap on the end, so the stem no longer pulls out the flower. And I've already done that with all of these. I also have these little butterflies I'm using, but since there's no plastic part to pull off, they don't need to be melted down. Just cut the stems off so they'll sit flat the way they're supposed to. And I've already decapped the leaves on these, so everything's good to go on that one. And I can show you one more time with this flower. We're going to remove the plastic bit. We're going to cut down the little yellow stem. And then we're going to press it on the barrel. And order to smoosh it down. And then we are going to press it down on the scissors. And that is going to give us a nice flat cap there to keep everything in place. And usually I mention this at the beginning of the videos, and for whatever reason I forgot this time. The only specialty equipment you're going to need to make this is a hot glue gun. I'm sure there's other types of glues you can use. I don't know about super glue, but tacky glues and craft glues that you can probably use. But what I've been using since I've started this is the hot glue gun that works best for me. You don't need a high-powered glue gun. You don't need an industrial one. This is just a simple crafter's glue gun. I bought it from Walmart, I think for less than $4 years ago, and it works great for me. I would say be careful with this. You're probably going to get burned working with this project, getting flowers to sit in place. And this is such an underpowered glue gun that while it hurts, it doesn't leave damage. You don't get burn marks or blisters, which is a good thing. An industrial strength glue gun could probably cause serious bodily harm, but I'm just going to forewarn, there's a good chance you're probably going to burn yourself with glue working with this project. And if anyone has any concerns about there being any leftover plastic on the barrel of your glue gun from, melting down the stems that way, while the glue gun's still hot, you can just run it over a piece of cloth, something you're not worried about throwing it away, and it wipes right off because it's still hot. I just have to convince mine to stay standing up. She's always been very uncooperative. So we're going to start this, and the point of these leaves here is that we're going to use these as our bottom base for our headband, because it's going to fill in the spaces between the flowers, so you just don't see the headband sticking out underneath this. So it'll be something such with that. Now you can do these headbands in one color, like this one here, or in this case, because I like the color combination of the deep purple here, I'm also going to use these little butterflies I had as well. There's not as many of the little butterflies as there is the flowers that I have, so these are going to be kind of spaced out in between. It kind of helps if you work out the color scheme you want to do ahead of time, or if you just like being random, you can go as you like. I have done that before. I've glued down flowers, didn't like it by itself, started adding things in, saw that there were some gaps, glued in some extra ones. It all depends on how you feel. But we are going to start on this. Always remember when you're using leaves, especially big leaves like this one, remember that they are going to be sticking out near your face. So most of the times with leaves like this, I lay them flat to the band so they're straddling both sides, but since this is a tri-leaf here, it's going to pretty much be sticking out no matter which direction I take with it. And it always kind of helps if you start a little bit from the bottom, that way it's not sticking out past your ears. So we're going to start right about here. I'm going to use my glue gun, and we're going to put a little glue right there. And this is where you gotta be careful, because when you're pressing down leaves and flowers, the possibility of burning yourself, gluing yourself, coming in contact with the glue it's pretty high. And since I like to mash mine down to make sure it's on there, I'm pretty much guaranteed the fact I am gonna burn myself. But to me at this point, it's like getting hot candle wax on your hand. It's not bad. It's unpleasant. But, if you want to make cute little headbands, then I guess it's just the price we pay. Okay, so we got that there. So that's why hot glue works so well with this, is because it pretty much works its way through the materials you're using to adhere to it. Make sure that's nice and down. So we're 2 leaves in, and I've already touched the glue like 3 times already. Like I said, you get used to it, and with a little old glue gun like this, it's a high enough powered one to do the job it's intended to do, but it's not so bad that it does serious damage. And I think I have like 3 different, they're all kind of the same tint, but they're different cut patterns of leaves I grabbed, but that's okay. The leaves aren't the eponym or the center of attention on this. That's going to be the flowers. I wanted deeper green leaves for this headband because I think it's going to go really well with the purple. I didn't think the green leaves, the light green ones, were going to look very well with the dark purple. And everything kind of corresponds with the color of the hairband as well. Yep, I got air in my glue gun. There we go. Alright, we're going to push this one down. Alright. Oh, I got a little left over. So in a case like this, let's glue that little part down first. In a case like this, we can do a little alternating, and we'll take the leaf off of one of these and cut it off. And just put it down here at the end. So everything's nice and covered, nothing's hanging over, that's going to be bothersome. There we go, that's good. Okay. We're going to give that a second to dry so our flowers don't get all mushed around. We're going to set there. We only got 4 butterflies, so we got key areas we're going to put the butterflies. But first we're going to go over with the flowers. That way we can actually set the butterflies either between the flowers or on top of them. You know, butterflies and flowers. But I usually like to start the flowers in the middle of where the leaves are, especially when you got a large spread flower this way. You can overlap them if you like, but I don't think you get a very good view of the petals and things get a little bit crowded. So we got that nice cap off here, so everything's going to sit nice and flush. Now you need to be careful. This is one of the, see, I got myself. This is one of the key areas where you can burn yourself, because when you're trying to situate this and you got silk flowers pressing against silk flowers, something's going to slide. And when it slides, your fingers catch it. Oh, no, my stem fell out. Get back on there. But this is where paying attention comes in handy, because this is why I would not recommend this project for young children, because you need to concentrate on what you're doing, and burnt fingers are going to happen. Okay, so we fixed that one. Alright, get the glue off my thumb there, where I got myself. See, this is nothing. I actually burnt myself the other day with the oven. This is just glue. That one actually wants to stay. There we go. Okay. Next flower, we're going to go for the next little center of that leaf there. So we're going to add a little bit of glue. We don't have to overdo it. Though I think sometimes I overdo it. Alright, we're going to press that in. Not too hard. You ain't going to press it in too hard. If you put a nice dab of glue on it, it should be fine. Okay. I'm going to go for the next one. Right through here. Press down another leaf. Okay. And it doesn't matter we have these little spaces between some of the leaves, because, like I said, putting the butterflies in and it just kind of leaves areas open for that. Okay. Alright, next little area here. Alright, bigger tip. And then we're going to put one here, which is going to be our last flower towards the edge here. Oh, I put a big old dab instead of a line. Oh no. And we're going to smush that in place, try to keep it on the bar and our fingers out of the way. Alright, that's going to need a second to dry, because if not, they will start trying to move around when they're not supposed to. And this right here, this is a pretty nice basic flower headband. I have a couple of these if I don't feel like going extravagant. But I'm going to give this one a second to dry, and then we're going to start adding in the butterflies. And see, out of one bouquet of flowers, I have all of these flower buds left over, which I'm going to put up and actually use for other headbands. Alright, so this has a second. So we're going to add in our little butterflies in key areas, like one right here. We're going to put a little dab of glue there. And we're going to press it right here. Get it nice and, oh, I feel the glue trying to seep through. Oh, it actually caught. We're going to get that right there. Okay, so that's a nice one. And then we're going to press one right here. So put a nice little line of glue again. Okay. And press this one right here. Alright, and then we're going to get one right here. So this one might be hidden between the flowers, but that one's going to be okay. It's a little hidden because the wings are so bright and beautiful. It's alright, it's still visible. If anything, it looks like she's taking a break under the flower petals. And we can just situate that so everything sits nice and steady. Tuck you under. Okay. Are we in? We're down? Okay, we're down. Alright, and then we're going to move on to our last one, which is going to be right here, just between these flowers. And I'm probably going to put this one above the petals. That way, it'll kind of smoosh everything with it. Alright, let me press that one there. Alright, and there we have our little headband, our flowers and butterflies. You're going to have little glue strings on here, and what I advise doing is letting the entire thing dry and then go back and pulling the strings off. And always remember, no matter how tempted you may be, don't put this on your head after you just got done gluing it. Your hands might be able to handle hot glue, your scalp's not going to be able to. Let it have time to dry. Pull the strings off, then try it on. If you don't like it, add some more things. So far, I'm actually pretty pleased with this one. This one came out very nice. And I might add more things later, but that is how you make a basic headband like these. And I enjoyed showing you how to do this project. Like I said, it's an easy at-home project. You only need one specialty item, which is a glue gun. The materials are cheap. You can buy them from Dollar Tree. You can pick out nice big flowers from other actual craft stores, but for something, if you just want to make it at home, you can use this make crafts for a birthday party, slumber party project, just something for the kids to do. It's really inexpensive, and as long as there's someone supervising who controls the glue gun, everything's fine. As for next Monday's project, I believe I will be starting with the plarn, which is the plastic yarn. And that one should be a short video on just showing you how to make plastic yarn, but that one is going to start off into a bunch of other videos because I'm going to show you what projects you can do using plastic yarn. But I really enjoyed bringing you this video today. I have gotten so many compliments and questions about these when I wear them, especially to work, that I figured I'd show everybody how to make them and how easy they are to make. So enjoy, have fun with it. If you have craft gloves, they may help. I'm just used to it by now. But enjoy yourself, have a good weekend, and I will see you next time, and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.